The reason I revived this channel a few years ago was to make videos about two light novels in particular that I thought were amazing and didn't receive any attention. In fact, I actually wrote a review for one of them in 2020, but my project crashed just as I finished it and I didn't have the heart to go back to it. At least not until now, after working my way back up with other light novel reviews. The book in question is the first of those, Qualia the Purple, which is getting an official translation later this year, but I first read it in late 2016 via a fan translation. I found it by searching for mystery novels and novel updates and being curious about this being ranked perfect 5 out of 5 there at the time. I was hooked right away and finished all 300 odd pages of it in a single day, staying up until midnight to do so. First off, what's the book about? Ueo Hisamitsu was actually asked to write a short story about robots and girls for Dengeki Bunko, and he did, technically. Qualia the Purple gets its name from the deuteragonist Yukari Mari, who has purple eyes and sees all living beings as robots. The story is about her and the narrator, her best friend Manabu Hato. So, robots, check. Girls, check. For those of you who don't know, qualia is a philosophical term and what we perceive something to be, or as Google puts it, a quality or property as perceived or experienced by a person. For example, in a different world, I could have the qualia of red when looking at the sky, but would continue to label it as blue. You can see how the term relates to the protagonists. I'm going to remain as vague as possible, but from the name of the novel to the characters to the plot, this story is an intellectual one and refuses to hold your hand throughout. In fact, it expects you to pick up on its hints as it drops them. At one point, Manabu even points out one for you, and even then only under the pretext that you've already noticed it. The story has many hard twists and turns with storytelling and shifts in the narrative so subtle you can hardly believe they happened, even with the evidence obviously in your face. It's a book that keeps you guessing, and at the end makes you realize just how ingenious the author and illustrator are. Even the cover illustration is so smart. The author clearly did a ton of scientific research to understand what they were writing about, and it shows, similar to the author of Haruhi Suzumiya. If you want a short story that grips you and explores complex scientific theories in easy to understand ways, a story that starts simple but gets deeper and darker the more you go in, like Shinsekai Yori and Made in Abyss, I cannot recommend Qualia enough. I hope you all read it and agree with me. There's also a manga adaptation if you want an even easier way to digest the story, and this is also one of the few standalone novels to have its own TV tropes page, another sign of how loved it is. Thank you for reaching the end of this video. I hope you liked it. Please let me and everyone else know your thoughts and recommendations or feedback in the comments. Also like, share and subscribe to help the channel grow. Thank you all again for watching, and as always, have a great day.